Well, hello, everyone. My name is Chelsea, and I'm with Yoga for Change. And so today I'm going to be leading a relatively short practice. So in my quarantine experience, I've been, obviously spending a lot of time inside, but also getting outside, by running more. I've been walking a ton, riding my bike around the neighborhood, and kind of fun. I also just got rollerblades for the first time since I was 12. So I've been blading around. So all that to say, a lot of new physical activities. And so what I find is in my 34-year-old frame, when I wake up in the morning, I've noticed I'm a little bit more tight from doing all these new activities. So getting out of bed is a little bit harder than usual. And so physically that might be a challenge for some of us now, but also mentally, emotionally, especially if we're not doing the things that we're normally doing, we may not feel this urgency to get up, and so we have lots of reasons to get up. And so the hope is that this practice is a tool for you to wake up slowly and to treat your body with a lot of kindness and compassion, so that after you conclude your practice today, hopefully you can move through your day with a little bit more ease, kindness, and buoyancy. So without further ado, make your way to your mat, as I will. All right, so since the idea is waking up slow, we got to start lying down. So legs out, and then slowly roll yourself onto your mat or whatever you have. It could be a rug, your carpet. You could be still in bed right now. All right, so just make some adjustments so that your spine is long. Relax your body. And just scan from the crown of your head slowly down your body, all the way to your toes. So just checking in with how you feel physically, where there may be some tightness or tension. Maybe also checking in with how you feel mentally, emotionally. And without judgment, just noticing, being an observer. And now turn your attention from your physical body to the action of your breath. Maybe you notice the rise and the fall of your belly and your ribs. Maybe you feel your breath just gently scrubbing your nostrils. Notice the sound of your breath. And then smooth your breath out. Make it very gentle, easy. And then take a good morning stretch. So point your toes forward, reach your arms overhead. Take a breath in. And then exhale, stretch out a little bit more. Very nice. And then walk your feet in. Give yourself a hug. So wrap your knees into your chest, maybe clasping your fingers. You can also bring your hands to the backs of your thighs. Relax your shoulders, your neck, your head. If you'd like, you can rock side to side. Then ground both feet down onto your mat. And just bring your arms by your sides. Just relax. And then lift up your right leg. All right, so we're going to focus first on our feet. So begin to point and flex your toes. Yep, notice how the tops of your foot feels. Maybe it's a little tight. Stretching out the calf when you flex your foot. And then begin to draw circles onto the ceiling with your toes. And keep your breath smooth and steady. And now change the direction of your circles. Yep, maybe just imagining the circle that you're drawing on your ceiling right now. Okay, now we're going to bring the movement into our knee to begin to bend and extend your right leg. Maybe there's a little bit of popping in the knee. That's okay. That's why we're doing these movements. Okay, listen up. Bring your left hand to your hip. So just going to ground that left hip down. And then what I want you to do now is draw circles with your right knee out to the side. Maybe first you start small. And as you begin to warm up that right hip, you can begin to draw bigger circles. And notice how this is also warming up your core. It's massaging your right glute. Just working out those cobwebs. And then change the direction. Yep, you can make the circles a little bit bigger if you'd like. Okay, now cross your right leg over your left. So making a little figure 4 shape. Flex your right toes. So you can stay here. Ground your lower back down onto your mat, onto your surface, wherever you are. For some options, you can take your right hand and just gently press into the right thigh. Another option is that you can bring your left knee in towards your chest. And from here, you can loop your right hand through the legs and then maybe grabbing onto the back of the thigh, grabbing onto the shin. And again, just relax the head, the neck, the shoulders. And use your biceps to just gently guide the knee closer to your chest. And just notice the sensations that you feel in your body. Breathe into the areas where you feel tightness and tension and just see if you can relax and release. Okay, now let that left foot go down, uncross, and then bring your arms out to a T and just sway your knees side to side. All right, so we'll reset. So ground the feet back down, arms by your sides, and then we'll lift up the left leg. All right, so now we're going to show love to the left side. Now point and flex your toes. And then draw circles. Really focusing your awareness on your left ankle. And then change the direction. And you may notice some heat already building up just with this like little bit of friction, this movement. All right, bring your left heel down to your glute, bending the leg, and then extend. Perfect. I hope you're not holding your breath. Yeah, so keep breathing in and out through your nose. And your eyes can be opened or closed. So you have that option to either turn the gaze outward or inward. Okay, now we're going to draw circles with the left knee out to the side, any direction, clockwise, counter. We'll have the opportunity to go the opposite direction shortly, but for now, check in with this left hip. How's it doing this morning? Or afternoon, evening, whenever you decide to do this. Okay, you can exaggerate the circle. There you go. and then change the direction. Yep, starting first small. Yeah, maybe that right hand is grounding the right hip down. So if you're feeling a little wobbly, and then exaggerate the movement, maybe extending the leg straight, bring that back in. Okay, now cross your left leg over your right, flex your left toes. Again, still relaxing through the spine, really long on your mat. Option to press into your left thigh with your left hand. That may be enough. I might be like, that's a good spot for me. And if you would like to increase the sensation, it's not quite there yet, then bring your right knee into your chest. Loop your hand, left hand through the legs, wrap the hands around the leg, either behind the thigh or on the shin. So it just kind of depends how this feels on your knee. So if you find that holding onto the shin puts too much pressure on your right knee, then grab onto the back of your thigh. Maybe just take 3 breaths in and out through your nose. This is a great way to connect with yourself before you engage with your day. So you may have kids that you're homeschooling. You may have to hop on a lot of Zoom phone calls. So just taking a few moments, sacred moments in the morning to give yourself attention, give yourself love. Okay, so we're going to release this shape. Feet down and then arms out and let the knees go side to side. Okay, so now we're about to make a transition. So we've been on our backs. So right now, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself this gentle embrace, stretching out your back body. And then rock side to side, elbow down to elbow. And then roll over onto your left side, your right side. It doesn't really matter. A little fetal position here. And then we'll press up into a seated shape. So we're going to come into a cross-legged seat. So we've made it this far. Congratulations. We're making our way. And then sit up tall, maybe rock side to side so you can feel a little bit more grounded through your sit bones. And then rest your hands onto the tops of your thighs. Yeah, loop your shoulders up, back, and down, broadening through the collarbone. So kind of creating this embodiment of confidence and strength. Yeah, very nice. And then take a breath in and a breath out. So breathe in confidence. Exhale, self-doubt. One more time, breathe in. Exhale, letting go. And then hands on the knees, and then grip lightly with the fingers. And then inhale, pull the heart towards the arm bones, through the arm bones, look up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, round your back, curve your spine. Now inhale, look up. Exhale, round, make space between your shoulder blades. And then one more time each way, inhale. Then exhale. My dog is about to make an appearance in the video. She's doing downward facing dog right now. There she is. So you may have had this experience too if you've been doing all the virtual meetings where pets tend to make an appearance. So that's Piper. Everyone say hi to Piper. Okay, so we've done our seated cat-cow, and now we'll do a lateral stretch. So bring your right hand down to your mat. I'll try to mirror you. And then bring your opposite arm up towards the ceiling. Relax your shoulders down your back. So breathe in, lengthen. And then exhale, reach overhead. Maybe you ground the forearm down or walk the fingertips down the mat. Just make sure that you keep both of your hips grounded. Yeah. So breathe in one more time. Then exhale, reach overhead. Then inhale brings you back to center, and then we'll just switch out the arms with a little bit of grace and pizzazz. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, arch. Yeah, stretch out your ribs. Breathe space in between each rib. Bring in some flow. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, reach overhead. Inhale, we travel. Exhale, reach. Nice, back to center. Inhale, both arms up. And let's move the wrists. Exhaling, the wrist down. And then halfway, changing the direction. And there we go. So now we'll twist the spine. So you're gonna bring your right hand behind you. Yes. And then you're gonna take your right arm and then cross over, grab on to your knee. All right, now sit up tall, breathe in, and then use your exhalation to rotate the spine. Yeah, so if we're just waking up, we don't want to force. We really kind of never want to force our bodies into shape. So we're just being curious. You're like, okay, how do I feel right here? Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, notice if you can rotate just even maybe a millimeter more. Yeah, one more time, breathe in. Exhale, rotate, maybe look over your back shoulder. And then unravel, and then we'll switch out the arms. And then sit up tall, breathe in. And then rotate. So you're rotating from your mid-back. So kind of where, think of like the bottom ribs. So that's where your thoracic spine begins. And that's where we want the rotation to originate from. So take another breath in. And rotate, maybe gaze goes over the back shoulder. And then come back to center. Okay, so we've taken some seated shapes. And now we're gonna move a little bit down the path. The end goal is to be standing on our own 2 feet. So we'll come into a tabletop position and take a spinal balance. So from here, extend your right leg back. Flex your toes. Yes, there we go. So we're starting to warm up our wrists, our shoulders, our core muscles. So the muscles that help us stand tall, sit up straight. So from here, you may decide to reach your left arm forward and kind of come into like a tiger claw. So fingers are pronged up. Or you can extend the left arm forward. So you choose. And so here we're just leveling the shoulders and the hips over the mat. And take 3 deep breaths. 2, 1, reach, extend, and then release. And then the left leg goes back. Flex your toes down, draw your navel up towards your spine. So you want to support your lower back by engaging your lower belly. And then either walk your fingertips forward or lift your right arm up, thumb facing towards the ceiling. And then really press down through your left hand. And take 3 deep breaths. 2, 1, extend, and then lower down. Bring your knees out, and then lower your hips down to your heels. Walk your hands forward. Drop the crown, your forehead down to the mat, lengthening through the crown of the head. Take another breath in. And then maybe sigh out. Ha. One more time, breathe in. And then release the sigh. Then lift back up and come to a modified plank. So just shift your knees back a little bit. I'm gonna leave my toes tucked, or you can untuck your toes. Toes tucked feels better on my knees. So bring your hands underneath your wrists. Spread your fingers out, fingers facing towards 12 o'clock. Yeah, so slight tuck of the chin, make the back of your neck really, really long. So you may just stay here holding this modified plank. If you like, you can lower down about halfway and then press back up. Yes. So we'll do this 3 more times. 2, 1, hold, and then lower yourself all the way down onto your belly. Untuck your toes. We'll come into cobra. So press into your hands and then lift up your head, your shoulders, and your chest. And just guide your elbows by the sides of your body. Yep, a little back bend here. So making our spine more mobile, supple. Press through your hands, lift up a little bit more. Guide the shoulder blades down the back. And then relax back down. Tuck your toes under. And then come into downward facing dog. So now we're making a big move. At this point, you probably should not be in bed any longer. So if you are in bed, make your way down onto your mat or onto the floor. And then tuck your toes under, lift your hips up. Again, just another move, making our way into our day. So yeah, press through your hands till your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Keep the knees soft. Yeah, we don't want to be straightening out the legs too much too soon. And then bend your right knee, straighten your left leg. Take a breath in and a breath out. And then switch. Bend your left leg, straighten out the right leg. Take a breath in and a breath out. Very nice. Straighten both legs. Breathe in. Exhale, relax the heels down closer to the ground. Now look in between your hands and then walk your feet forward and then come into a forward fold. So your feet are going to be about hips width distance apart, maybe a little bit wider, toes facing towards 12 o'clock. Now soften your knees. And if you like, you can grab on the opposite elbows and just relax the crown of your head down. So you may notice that your low back is a little bit tight. Maybe you have some tightness or tension in between the shoulder blades, your neck. And so just become aware and allow the weight of your head to help release and relax some of that tension and tightness. Maybe work on straightening the legs just a little bit, and then sway the torso side to side. And then come back to stillness, and then shake your head, yes, shake it no, and then shake it yes again. And then take a breath in. And then relax the crown of your head down more. Yeah, so kind of symbolically dropping any expectations that you may have for your day, any undue pressure that you may be putting on yourself to make the most of every moment. And then maybe instead make your intention present. So being with your day moment by moment and just seeing what each of these moments in your day may have to offer you. And then release. So we'll take a little IT band stretch, a little twist. So what I would like for you to do is bend your left knee and then bring your left hand down beneath your face. Yep, so look down and then reach your right arm out parallel. I'll turn so you can see a little bit better. So reaching your right arm out parallel and then take a breath in and then twist. So rotating again from your mid-back, looking up to your top thumb if that feels okay on your neck. So the left leg is bent, right leg is straight. Maybe guide your chin up to your shoulder. Now breathe in. Breathe out. Lower the hand down. And then you're going to bend your right leg, straighten your left. So right hand is underneath your face. So you're pronking up onto your fingertips, or if you have a block or anything that you can bring underneath your hand to prop you up to make it more accessible, please do. You are welcome. And then reach your left arm out. Breathe in. And then rotate and twist. And keep breathing. Maybe on your exhale, squeeze your belly to help empty your lungs. When you empty your lungs out, then bring in some more fresh air. Nice. Now bring your hand down. And then we're really making our way. We're doing awesome. We're about there, guys. So bring your hands to your shins and lift up halfway. So maybe check in if you have like a mirror, like squeeze your shoulder blades. So often when I stay flat back as a teacher, I kind of get a lot of like arch situations or like jutting the head up. So you want to like think about like, can someone place a cup of water on my back and it be steady? So try to find that. So you want to draw your shoulder blades down towards your hips and then gaze straight down towards the earth, knees soft. So hands can be on your thighs or on your shins. Some folks can touch the ground and do this. That's impressive. My arms aren't that long. And now take 3 powerful breaths. 2, 1. Bring your hands to your hips and heel toe your feet back in underneath your hips, and then bend your knees. And it's like we're coming into a chair. So we're not quite there yet. We're sitting in an imaginary chair. It looks like I'm sitting on my record player behind me. And so you can leave your hands at your hips. We'll start here. So bring your shins back and then hips down. Maybe it's a smaller chair. And from here, lifting from your tailbone all the way up through the crown of your head, you can reach your fingertips up. You can even come into like a cactus shape, goalpost arms. You can bring your hands to your heart. You get to choose. And then smile. Yay, we're here. We're healthy. If you're on your mat right now and you're able to do all of these postures and shapes, then there is so much that is going right with you today. So hands to your heart. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Lower the hips down a little bit more. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost standing, guys. So let's slowly lift up. And then step your feet out so they're underneath your hips if they're not there already. Guys, we made it. So let's own it. So bring your hands down by your sides, palms facing forward. All right, so look down at your feet. Now you are standing. Now lift your toes off of the ground. Yep, even look at them. Just look at your toes. There they are. They are so helpful. If you did not have your toes, it would be very, very difficult to balance and walk. So just taking a moment to be grateful for these toes that you have on your feet today. The ones that you have. If you don't, then there's other things that we can be grateful for, right? So spread your toes out onto your mat. And then feel the energy of the earth underneath your feet and use that to firm the legs. Yeah. So you're hugging your outer shins in, you're engaging the tops, the fronts of your thighs, your quadriceps. So relax your quads. Yep. See how that feels. And now engage your quadriceps. You might feel a little bit of lift in your knees. All right. So awareness, bring it to your pelvis, your hips. Tuck your tailbone down slightly. Yeah, and when you do that, your lower belly tightens up, firms up a little bit. So you're drawing your navel in towards your spine. And just take a breath with that. So we've really engaged our lower body here. So let's bring the awareness up. So on your next inhale, expand your ribs out to the left and to the right. And then your exhale, draw your ribs in together towards your center line. Try that one more time, breathe in. And then exhale, squeeze the ribs together. Nice. Inhale, lift the shoulders up to the ears. And exhale, draw the shoulders back and down, broadening through your collarbones. Yeah. Now, extend your fingers out. Take a breath in and a breath out. Okay, we're almost there. So now inhale, press down into your floor and then lift through the crown of your head. Then exhale, slightly tuck your chin. So now we are standing in mountain. Yeah. So let's take 5 deep breaths in mountain. So have you ever heard of power posing? I know there's like a whole TED talk about it. Look it up. Maybe we'll put the link in the comment section or the description of the video. But anyways, so the whole idea of like fake it till you make it, you know? So the way that we stand sends information to our mind about how we feel. So if we're closed off like this, then it kind of just perpetuates that feeling all through our body and in our mind. But if we're to open up and stand tall and powerfully and strong, it's like fake it till you make it. It makes you then feel more confident. So if you're going into a meeting, if you're having to have a difficult conversation, take a moment for yourself and stand in confidence. Stand in your power, in your strength. Okay, one more breath in. And a breath out. Yes, that's it, guys. You did it. You woke up slow. You took time for you. You are now able to move through your day with a little bit more ease, a little bit more lightness and strength. And so I just want to thank you guys and really just commend you for taking these minutes, these moments to pour into yourself. So when you pour into you, then the goal is that so that you can fill up and then overflow into other people. So thank you so much. Hope to see you soon virtually. And yes,